All right, everybody, this was a sad story, local story from a couple days ago. I wasn't shooting that particular evening or last night, so I didn't get a chance to talk about it. This actually happened the same day, this party at this mansion here. Let me talk about that in brief. There was this party at a mansion. The cops went out to inquire. I guess it was put on by an NFL player. Maybe I'm not totally correct with the details on that, but later on that night, several people were shot at the party. Interesting enough, right? Now, at the time this news was posted, it happened at like 1:15 in the morning, but house parties, right? Got to keep your cool when alcohol's involved. Community mourning the death of 14-year-old basketball player Semaj Miller. Black Lives Matter, right? Family, friends, and loved ones are mourning the loss of 14-year-old Semaj Miller, who was shot and killed in South Los Angeles July 29th. Again, why does it take us several days to get this news, right? This was August 3rd. Police are still searching for the suspected shooter and have not yet determined a motive behind Miller's death. Standing 6'6", with the skills and attitude to match, Miller had been desired by basketball teams all across the state and was a standout at the youth basketball program, LA City Wildcats. This is the part, and I kind of skimmed this before I decided to talk about this, but this is the part that gets me here. And you guys know this, right? We all know this, and it's not talked about enough in the news because it doesn't fit the narrative. I've had to bury several of my LA City Wildcat kids over the years, but this is a little bit more personal. They all should be personal, but to bury several, right? That's the thing. Several. Where's the news? Where are the organizations out there? These national organizations that claim to care. I know I'm just railing on. I know all of you get it, right? Certain lives matter more than others when they're killed by certain individuals, police, etc. What about for Semaj? Where's the love for Semaj? Why am I out here talking about it when other organizations, celebrities, athletes aren't? You know how it is, though. He was the youngest kid I've ever had to get involved to make sure he's laid to rest properly, said Derrick Cooper, Miller's former youth coach and president of the LA City Wildcats Youth Academy. Miller was set to start at Compton High School next month, where coaches are now left heartbroken over the sudden loss after seeing the potential he would bring to the campus. He would ride his bike 10 miles to come play basketball, 10 miles and 10 miles back. As a 14-year-old, his bike got a flat, he walked 10 miles to go play, said Compton High School coach Tony Thomas. Miller's work ethic on the court stood out, but he was also heavily involved in the lives of younger basketball players. He was a good role model for our younger kids. We've got little ones that are 5 and 6. He would catch the bus to their games and coach them. Nice, Cooper said. Compton Mayor Aja Brown said she will participate in a vigil for Miller outside City Hall on Thursday. At 6:30, hundreds of people are expected to attend. I don't want to sound like a broken record. I'm sure that I could do several of these stories every day for the rest of the year. But it's always saddening when you have these individuals that are put up on a pedestal that are losers. Dirtbags with long criminal records that are killed by law enforcement or whatever. Whatever the circumstance may be. Justified, unjustified, however it may turn out. But you have these scumbags with long rap sheets that are put on a pedestal. Their GoFundMes raise hundreds of thousands of dollars and sometimes millions. Their faces are put up as a hologram in places in the South. These individuals are seen as heroes. Yet you have this 14-year-old kid. And granted, they wouldn't say anything bad about him if there were bad things to say. Say he got some C's on his report card. They wouldn't say those things. People are always remembered favorably after their death, I guess. And that is proven when, like I said, you have these scumbags that are out here getting the hero's treatment, getting buried 3 or 4 times, getting national coverage. But you have a good kid here. A 14-year-old dedicated to basketball, dedicated to helping the youngsters out. And nobody has anything bad to say about him. He's just a young kid. So hopefully, for him, they find the individual who did this and the justice system plays out how it needs to to where the family can feel that they get some form of closure. Losing your 14-year-old son, are you ever going to get closure? Of course not. But that's all we can do after the fact, is hope that they catch the individual or individuals who did this. And that, like with all deaths, right? And like with all innocents who end up losing their lives, that their deaths aren't in vain. Unfortunately, it seems like far too many times they are, and people won't even know his name. Everybody knows George Floyd. Everybody knows Arbery. Everybody knows Rashard Brooks. And you can keep going and going and going. I don't want to rail anymore. I just wanted to bring this to your attention. I don't doubt that you have these kinds of things happening in your town. Innocent people losing their lives. And it sucks. It really does. I hope that they get justice for the family. Whatever that looks like for them, to where they feel like it's justice. All right, everybody. Take care, and thanks for watching.